Yo, sup guys, it's Jamie, the games guy, or the gamer guy, or your regular Tuesday guy. Is it Tuesday? Probably. It's been like a whole month, or over a month in fact, since I last put a video up on here. Sorry I was on, like, the other week, but I got Mike's message about going back onto the channel on New Year's. That quickly got covered over with spam of loads and loads and loads of New Year messages, so I completely missed out about the channel until the other week when I was going through some of my messages, and then I suddenly saw it and I was like, ah, that's why people are posting videos and I wasn't notified. I was notified, just the email spam kind of covered up my message. I've been playing Skyrim pretty much non-stop, and I've finally maxed out all of my magic levels, my smithing, and I'm about to max out my enchanting. I've literally got like 3 or 4 levels to go on my enchanting. I'm at level 96 or 97, so I'm not that far off leveling that up to max as well. One thing that I have learned, trolls. Dragons can be absolute trolls in Skyrim, and I don't mean like the literal troll, like the ice, like the frost troll or the cave trolls that you find. No, trolls are fairly easy to kill. You just blast them with fireballs and eventually they die. Dragons are just trolls. 2 examples. First one was when I was fighting at the College of Winterhold. I just basically gone down to the Augur of Dunlane, I think it is, that big floating mass of magic aura stuff, and I'd done his test for the restoration ritual spell quest, and I completed it. Really easy, by the way. Literally all I did is I turned invisible, I hit on muffle, hit invisible, sat in a corner, waited it out. I actually hit it on before going through the portal. Anyway, I head outside and I'm thinking, right, now just for the alteration ritual quest, but for that I have the dagger, I just need to get hold of dragon backscale. But to get that, you've got to find a dragon. So I figured that I'd probably come across it while walking around at some point, and I wouldn't have to worry. I'd just sort of bump into a dragon around me because I come across them quite often. I walked out from the midden, from the midden dark, in fact. Walked out. The second I step out, I hear a dragon. I start immediately looking around, and I realise there's one right above me, up in the College of Winterhold, circling around it. So I'm sitting here on the edge of a cliff below the college, and the college is above me. I'm like, okay, so I navigate my way around. I get around behind and then up the side of the college, and then up the cliff leading up to where the beginning of the bridge is. I get about halfway up, and the dragon then spots me and flies over to greet me. You know, for any dragon. Of course, its best way of greeting people is fire. More fire, and even more fire. And then more fire. So I had to use Dragon Rend, and I figured it'd land somewhere nearby. Instead of landing nearby, it flew back up to the college and landed promptly in the middle of the college. Right, so that's even more work for me. So I ran up the side, got up onto the bridge, ran across the bridge. Halfway across the bridge, it then goes and flies back out to greet me a second time. Because obviously, as you know, dragons have the memory of goldfish, so they have to greet you. And as you know by now, its greeting is fire, 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 more fire, and then flames, and then more fire. I used Dragon Rend again, and this time, instead of landing in the college, like it did before, it flew back down to the bottom of the cliff and landed promptly at the bottom of the cliff. So I had to run back down again. So I ran all the way back down again, and just as I got there, it got up, I used Dragon Rend one last time, and it went back up and landed back in the college again. So I was running up and down this cliff the entire time trying to kill this thing. Eventually I killed it, but right as I was about to kill it, it flew up and landed on top of the college. Now, I've got a bad experience with dragons fighting around the college. Is that not in the way that I get killed a lot, because, well, I do, but in more of, I find that when I run into one of the little houses, unless it's been dragon rendered, typically it flies off in the time that you're in one of the halls. So if you're in the Hall of Attainment or in the other hall, and you're trying to get up onto the roof, in the time it takes you to run up, it will fly off. I don't know how, because it shouldn't really be that quick, considering it only takes me about 10 seconds to get through the hall quite quickly. But for some reason, they always manage to fly away. So I'll step outside and it's nowhere to be seen. Obviously at this point I'm like, right, if I go in the hall and I haven't used Dragon Rend to pin it down, it's going to fly off. So I need to pin it down, or I need to kill it from up here and go up to face it. So I then sort of ran over to the side, and I managed to just get a clear shot of it. Reduce it down to basically no HP, so it shouldn't be a stake of. Managed to hit it with Dragon Rend, charged up, got right the way up to it, beat it down one last time, it died, and fell off the college right the way back down to where I'd come from right at the very start at the beginning. So it fell all the way down below the cliff I was originally standing on when I first spotted it. Right the way down, so I had to run all the way down to get to its body. Seriously, such a troll. Second example, I'm running around in Dawnside, I believe it is, and I decided to go there because every little while I check up on the hidden chest. If you're wondering where it is, there are two little rocks, and it's like right between one. It's right next to the forge type thing where you can like turn ore into ingots. It's literally right next to it. I just check it every few days because sometimes there are new soul gems. I don't really care so much about the weapons because weapons don't really appeal to me because I use magic. It's just really the gold and the soul gems, pretty much. Maybe sometimes raw materials are in there. But I decided to go there to stock up because I was leveling my enchanting. This was only a few days ago. So as soon as I fast travelled into the village, I start running, and I'm sort of moving down, and then I notice one of the blacksmiths running the opposite direction. He runs past me and runs off screaming. And I'm like, what the hell? And a dragon flies overhead, and I'm like, ah, explains it. So I obviously start blasting around with fireballs, as per the norm. The Winterhold guards are hitting it with arrows. So I'm freaking fighting this dragon, and they're hitting it with arrows. None of them are even near to it. I blast it with fireballs, it starts flaming on me, and then turns and flames the guards. What happens, while I'm still fighting it, they start shooting arrows at me. Because it's my fault that the dragon decided to breathe fire on you. So I end up killing off pretty much all of Dawnside's guards, and even when I go back there, I still get attacked now and again by the guards. They're just randomly. Even if you put your magic away or your weapon away, they still keep shooting at you. I don't know how many families are going to go unfed. But that's pretty much most things I've been doing recently. I'm actually thinking I might start doing sort of like commentaries while I'm playing games, because I do tend to notice that I'll be like playing Halo Reach, or I'll be playing Skyrim, or I'll be playing a classic game, or just something I tend to, and I'll be doing sort of a commentary inside my head, and I'll be thinking, if I was recording this would be so cool. So I might start actually doing that for this channel possibly, but it depends if people are cool with that, and if people want me to start doing that. I also need to, so I can get my recording software up to scratch. But I might just like play a few different games and like, play a new one each week or something, play something to download, and just do a little commentary while playing it. Because, I might make a bit of variation to the channel, maybe. Need to see what's going on, to see again if everyone's cool with that. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think, if I should stop doing these commentaries, or if I should just keep doing this sort of erratic sort of rant about my past week or two. And yeah, I'll get back to you. So, that's it all. So, tatty byes, 2 for now. I will see you guys later. Bye.